Well, tomorrow, the 2023 induction class of the Hockey Hall of Fame will be unveiled. And we ask ourselves, is this the year Rod Brind'Amour finally gets in? Well, before we can even get to that, let's be clear. It's a murky process. A committee of 18 that absolutely works in secrecy. Nominees are presented and candidates must receive 14 yes votes. Those votes are never released. So, year after year, it's said Brind'Amour has been snubbed again, but we don't even know how much or how little he's even been in the conversation over the last decade. But what we do know is he deserves to be. Over 20 seasons in the NHL, Brind'Amour played in 1,484 regular season games. That's 25th all time. His nearly 1,200 points, 53rd all time. Not listed, but definitely worthy. 56 shorthanded goals. That's 10th all time. Of course, he captained the Carolina Hurricanes to its only Stanley Cup, averaging over 24 minutes of ice time at the age of 35. Now, there are just 37 players with 1,100 points and a Stanley Cup that are Hall of Fame eligible. 35 are in. Well, how about these stats that are hard to quantify? His defensive prowess, sure, Roddy racked up the points, but he was one of the best two-way players in the leagues for 20 years, and he was rewarded for it in back-to-back seasons with the Selke Trophy and received votes for the award 8 other times. Now, basement bloggers call him a second-line center. Well, good thing Roddy doesn't believe in lines. He's a face-off specialist. He has the 6th most face-off wins in NHL history. He was among the most NHLers with at least 600 points. Now, there's plenty of debate out there about these stats, and I'd agree those alone don't make him a Hall of Famer. But numbers were just one part of his career, and as the Hall of Fame clearly states on its own website, it's also just one part of the criteria to get in. We're not just talking about playing ability, we're talking about sportsmanship, character, contributions to the game of hockey. Rod Brind'Amour defines character. His relentless work ethic and leadership made him beloved in the locker room throughout his entire career. Both on and off the ice, Roddy did it the right way. Talent, grit, and hard work, an embodiment of what it means to be a hockey player. That brings you to Brind'Amour's contributions to his team and the game of hockey. His dedication to the game is tough to match, and so is finding someone who has meant more to a franchise than Roddy. The 1999 trade from the Flyers is arguably the greatest move the Hurricanes have ever made. He completely changed the trajectory of this team, delivering the greatest moment in franchise history, and he helped turn Raleigh into a hockey town. The off-ice workouts, the training, and the way he took care of his body was ahead of its time and is now the standard in today's game. Now, you could go on and on comparing Rod's numbers to those who are in and, of course, those who are waiting in the wings. But for a process that keeps you in the dark, I don't know if there's a point. But what I do know is playing ability might be Hall of Great, but his sportsmanship, character, and contributions are Hall of Fame. And it's time they make the call and put Rod Brind'Amour in the Hall tomorrow, 10 years after becoming eligible.
Were you listening, Hall of Fame voter people?
Yeah, because I'm sure they're watching, right, Ashley? Yeah, that was my pitch.
All of them are watching.